Okay, so I think that several of these are red oak, and I'm pretty sure this one is. So the problem with these logs are most of them are not straight. Most of them have big limbs that came off of them, or some other kind of big nodule. I don't think this one is a red oak. Of course, my luck, it's the only one that is. But anyway, so I'm gonna take this one around, and it looks like it's over 10 foot, so I'll have to cut some off of it, but we'll take it out and get it cut up. See what it is. I hope it's red oak. I think it is. All right, so this red oak log is 22 on this end and 16 on the far end. And according to the Wood Web log weight calculator, it weighs 1,237 pounds. So let's get it on the mill. Okay, so here's the mill. Got it in its winter cover. And I'll get this thing uncovered and get it set up and start milling this oak. All right, and what a blessing it is to be out here the first week of January running this Woodland Mills HM126 and making this red oak lumber. So these Timber Tough tongs, I'm really liking them. One of the things that they do well is when the log is uneven, just like it is here, you can set one end on a bunk and then continue to lower, and it will gently place the log on the remaining bunks. And with the grapple, it does a great job picking stuff up and carrying it, but once you've set one end of the log down with the grapple, your only option then is to pretty much just release the grapple clamp, and it will end up dropping whatever's remaining. And that's how I bent one of my bunks one time. So they're not rated for lifting. My thing on that is, you know, I hope they don't fail, but what I do know is I'm not going to be underneath them, and I'm not going to let anybody be underneath them. So if they do fail, it's not going to be good, but nobody's going to get hurt. So your mileage may vary, and you should only use them the way they're instructed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change to the upgraded stop for our height selector. And Woodland Mills sent this for free. It looks like a stainless steel screw with instead of a ball bearing in it, it's a rounded tip, which will set in there. So I'll get that changed. But one of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to take a quick second to kind of give a shout out to Woodland Mills. You can see I've got a brand new Woodland Mills hat, and somehow they knew I liked camo. We appreciate Woodland Mills, and I think it's really one of the best companies I've ever dealt with, and hope to keep using this. Like I said, we're almost done with the house, but I've got plenty more projects. Okay, so the ball bearing fell out of our adjustment, and I contacted Woodland Mills, and they had a new piece, and actually they sent two of them in the mail the next, I think it was 2 days later. So it did get stuck in customs for almost a week, which surprised me. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but anyway, once they made sure it was a Sawmill part and not something nefarious, it went ahead and got processed and was to me a couple days after that. Okay, so it looks like an easy swap out. It takes an 18mm wrench. So loosen this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this bolt out, take the handle off, screw the old part out, screw the new part in. And these are 17mm wrenches. What it takes. Old piece. So there's the old piece. Screw the new piece in. Lock nut on. Second. Now then, these two washers were on either side of the handle. So line the washers up. Slide my bolt with a washer through. Perfect. And a nut. Okay, now I'm going to screw the new bolt out just a little bit. Screw it out. Just a little more than that. Tighten it down, and again, it's 18 millimeter. So this is the new improved part, and it functions the same as the old part, but there's not a ball bearing to get lost. So I would say it definitely is an improvement, and I really have to thank Woodland Mills, and there's a nice shout out to them because they provided this upgraded part at no cost. And a big part, and I was careful of this, always shove your handle in before you start adjusting so that your ball bearing, or in this case the new rounded bolt, doesn't rub on your wheel. And you can see there's a little mark there, so I mean, I haven't done it perfect 100% of the time, but I was always careful of that because I knew that was one of the things that would cause that ball bearing to fly out, according to the Woodland Mills forum. So I'll still do that, but you can see even somebody that's being conscious of it, it doesn't always happen when you're tired or just not paying attention enough. Today is a drizzly, rainy day, but I've got this red oak that I want to get cut up. So I'm going to try and make quick work of this. Okay, and I've checked the oil. It's got gas in it. Turn on the gas. Fuel's on. Choke is on. And it's been a minute since this has ran. We'll see how many pulls it takes to get it start fired up. Woo. Probably the most ever. Okay, let's tighten up the blade. And I've got my torque wrench. Put it on 22 foot-pounds. There it is, 22 foot-pounds. Hang our bucket up for our sawdust collection. Look at this red oak. It's absolutely beautiful. This side. Okay, on this turn, I'll put the floating bunk in at the end and we'll get this cut up. When you go to turn these cants, if you raise this up as high as it'll go and lock in, it makes turning it a little bit easier, gives it better leverage. Man, it's nice to be in some red oak again. These are making beautiful 1x12 boards. One, maybe two more cuts. There are no log dogs holding the stops are on the other side. The blade goes that way so it keeps the cant pushed against it for these last couple cuts. What you have to watch is, especially at the end, it wants to throw the cant because it's pushing it that way at that end, so it wants to kick that end that way. So your miles may vary. I'm not recommending you do it, but it's how I've done it. Okay, and that'll be the last cut, and then that leaves us with an almost perfect 1.5 by 12 beam on the bottom. Okay, so here are our red oak boards that we've got, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 12 of these are 1x12s, and then the one is an 1.5 by 12. Okay, so here's our pile of red oak that we made yesterday, and we're just getting ready to run it through the planer so we can stack it to dry. So here's our stack of cherry that we made, and if I can get to it, this is our stack of white oak, and hickory is in here also. There's Maggie restacking everything. And then these sawhorses are going to be where we put that red oak to dry. So this morning you checked the moisture on all this, and it was all down at 10%, is that correct?
All at about 10% right now, and I'm headed for somewhere around 7. And when it gets to there, I'll start using it. But right now it's at 10, and it's winter time, so it's probably going to be a while.
So actually it's drier outside now than it is in the summer, so it might be drying quicker. But we keep the fans going on this, and we keep the dehumidifiers running, and it's working out pretty good for us. Your mileage may vary. So here's the red oak stack, and we've got about half of it planed. We found that if we plane these and then let them dry, it's a lot easier to use later. The other option is to let them dry and then plane them, and you can do that with the red oak. We tried that with some of the hickory we've got, and it's almost impossible. So here's our moisture meter. So these that have just come in are at 23.5% moisture. Here's some that's been there a while. So 9.9, 9.8 maybe. So that's what we do. And of course, these boards have been planed and have been stickered and stacked, I'm going to say, for about 3 weeks now. So this is our cherry, and this piece of cherry is at 8%. So the air doesn't flow through these completely evenly. 7.3, but the fact is they're pretty much ready to be used. Okay, and here is our red oak all stacked after it's been planed, and it is now stickered, and we'll have fans on it running in here with the dehumidifiers. There's our other stack and our other stack over there. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you liked it.
Don't forget to subscribe.
See ya.
Bye.